Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. Tracy here, and to another open with me, and we've got the latest Inside Crochet. So while I'm getting into this, we also have some free gifts in it, which look quite interesting. So if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. And if you can like and share and hype this video, that would also really help my channel. Okay, so the very last bit is my address page. We'll get rid of that. And what have we got? We have a little gift. Beautiful blankets, Inside Crochet magazine. Okay, we'll put that to one side. And we've got a very big, I'll put it down there. No, I'll forget it, won't I? I'll just put it up there for now. A very big magazine. As thick as some books, these are. And let's have a look what we've got. Jane Crowfoot's seasonal journal, an adorable Arctic fox. I'm glad they said that was a fox because I would never have known by looking at it. Restore and reset. Take a moment to recharge with calming crochet projects. Mindful winter makes. Creative inspiration from talented designers. Clever all-in-one motif hood and scarf. We have stylish leg warmers, masterclass series, and a lovely gift idea. Cozy classic throw, snuggly chunky blanket, easy vintage bag, got one of them on my channel even. Slouchy market tote. Why do we need two names for everything? We've got tactile stitch design, soft alpaca mitts. Obviously this as well. Okay, so then let's get in and see what's what. And we have a free gift as well. Don't let me forget the free gift, mind you. You can't tell me, can you? All right then, so it looks like we've got this. Could be a shawlette, could be a scarf. They call it a variety of things in these magazines. Okay, we've got a blanket here that we haven't seen before. Win a yarn bundle for the mystical lantern blanket. We'll see what that's all about a bit further in. We've got the thumbnails, which are too small to look at really, so we won't bother. In the loop, yarn, books, reviews, events and interviews, social. So we've got this beautiful Jane Crowfoot blanket. And they're going to be launching a new column from Jane Crowfoot in this issue. Her regular monthly journal, Jane will be sharing inspiration from her life and work. So you get a yarn bundle. I don't think they're going to make the throw though, which would be the best thing, wouldn't it, if they did? Anything there that we can really have a look at? Valentine's projects. They're in the book, so we'll wait till we see them. In the spotlight, woven magic. It's a shopping basket. So I think you just have to go to the lowlandmallU.com. Secret stash. These are just things to buy, aren't they? Things to make you part of your dosh. So Eleonora Tully has been in this magazine before, so that they're actually doing a piece on her. Designs have been in here, should I say. And we're going to look at some yarns. Sorry, I'm getting I ate some nuts earlier and I'm stuck in my teeth. So we've got Bar-Ram U Eden DK, which I've still yet to find, but then again I'm allergic to wool, so that's probably why I've not really tried. And that is $14.99 for 100 gram. We've got the Hobby Alpaca Silk, which again has it's alpaca though, so I wouldn't be allergic to it because it's hypoallergenic. Well, that's the theory. £13 for a 50 gram ball. King Cole Homespun Aran. I do believe I have that in my shop, hobbyrocks.co.uk, and that is $2.99 for a 50 gram ball. Rowan colour mix. We're looking at £9.50 for a 50 gram ball. West Yorkshire spinners. £14.95 for 100 gram. Okay, so those are the woolly ones though. The woolly ones. Let's have a look at the books. I'm more interested in that. Because we all kind of have the yarns we like, don't we? Crochet Squares by Kate Eastwood, Chico Books at $14.99. Alternatively, you can just watch my Year of Granny Squares, and there are 40 of those already. Crochet Cats and Dogs, $14.95. I don't know how many you get in there, it doesn't say. You want to learn crocheted cats and dogs. Crochet Modular Blankets by Rochelle Carmona, $16.99. And all of those, the last two anyway, US terminology, first one UK. Okie dokie. I don't see why they can't just change it. You know, if it's being published in the US and then it's being published over here, it should be easy to just change those terms over. But they don't bother. They don't bother. From the archives, so telling you what issues you can get these old bits in. Home is where the heart is. So what's this all about? Jane Crowfoot's Seasonal Journal. So this is the bit that they were saying about. And so she does have a few bits of how to do stuff in here. So these pages are now, I've noticed, getting sponsors. Sponsored by Stylecraft. Straight stitch and French knots. Okay, that's this one, masterclass. Well, basically that just is embroidery onto your crochet advert. Inner Peace. Start the new year with our calming crochet projects and mindful makes. Why do they always have to be mindful? I don't know what mindful really is. You know, when you say mindful crochet, mindful this, mindful that, mindful scissors. What's that mean? What does it even mean? It's just a buzzword, isn't it? A jargon word that we're being fed. Just means everything's mindful in crochet because it's relaxing. Anyway, this is, I don't know if this is in there. We'll have a look. I think it might be. I think we've reached the pictures of the things you'll find in the magazine now. That looks like one that I've made. It is. Virtually identical. Wow. Okay. Very thin scarf. Yeah, and the hoodie one, still very thin. We've got a cowl. Advert. Motif of the month. Yeah. Is it like Granny Square of the week kind of thing? Another advert. Too many already. Spa day bathroom set. So you've got headband, what looks like a flannel, maybe a scrunchie. We have a hot water spot cover. Cowl. There's the spa day thing. I've got some of these blanks to make something in that kind of shape. It's already zipped and stuff. Okay, advert. How many adverts does one company want? I've already seen 3 of theirs. Make it. This is the make it bit. So we can, hopefully, we won't get too many more ads. Oh my God. Unravel and Unwind from Gillingham. I did a yarn quest or 2 in there. I've actually popped up in here. Wow. Don't often look at them. They wanted me to do an ad like that, but I don't know how much it'll cost me. Crochet Make It, your patterns and instructions. Again, the small thumbnails, we'll move on. Haven Jumper by Jenny Street. So it's got 3/4 length sleeves, which is something I like, and different stitches, which is something I like. If I made it, I'd have to make it a lot longer for my tummy, but that's the only thing. I quite like it because it's the sleeves I like, not necessarily It's just square. So, you know, the neckline's a bit magoo, but never mind. What sizes we got? A small to a 3XL. Okay, so we've got the Crofter waistcoat, which is there. Just does up at the top, nice and simple, just squares again. Little bit shaping, very small amount. From an extra small to a 3XL. This is the Retreat cardigan. Okay, so, yeah, that's getting up close. You can see there is a pattern. Yep, okay. And we've got a small up to a 3XL, so yeah, kind of a theme going on here. But it is very easy. Straight. Sea fret sweater. Now, I don't know what a sea fret sweater is. Oh, it's got fretwork. When I saw that on the front cover, I thought, what's a sea fret? Anyway, sea fret sweater. Why is it called sea? As in, where, you know, the type of sea that you splash around in. By Eleanor Talley. Only Eleanor Talley knows this. Cropped sweater with long sleeves and a boat neckline. A boat neckline. I've never heard of such a thing. So we've got a small to medium and a 2XL to a 3XL. So really could say small to 3XL again. The Halo Cowl. So it's quite a long one. Looks more like an infinity scarf than a cowl. Cowls to me are this big. Infinity scarves you can wrap round twice. That's the way I look at it. I don't know if I'm wrong. You'll have to tell me. But this is Faye Dapsher Hughes. And it's quite sweet. Advert for their own stuff. Mediate Mitts by Catherine Late. But they're fingerless mitts, really. These ones. They're not bad. They're quite nice, actually. As fingerless gloves go. When I do my fingerless gloves, I make a little thumb. And most people just leave the thumb as a hole. But I always make a little thumb. And I'm glad to see they've done that. I've got a few patterns for it already on my channel. Whispering Winds Wrap. So it's a little kind of small, pointed shawl. It's not a wrap. I'm pretty picky about my words, and that is a shawl. Shawls are pointy, wraps are rectangular. Why did they get it wrong? Heather C. Gibbs. An advert for Rickaroomy. This is the Yantra leg warmers. I do have some leg warmers on my channel as well. These are by Jess Bennett, and they look knitted because they look like they have stockinette stitch in them. You know, kind of how I mean, but they're not. They are crocheted. We have Miranda Scarf by Quanny Cheng. It's a very thin scarf, bordering on a tie, don't you think? Good for spring though, I suppose, just so that you can have something around your neck. This is the Book Nook tote, which just about every one of us has a tutorial for already. Me being no exception. More adverts. Zooey Hood. Zooey by Jess Bennett. Why would it be called Zooey? I don't know. But it's a hood with a scarf attached. There's a million of those on YouTube as well. So is that another advert? Or I don't know. Just back issues perhaps. I think that's a Kutch ear warmer. Kutch means a cuddle. So I think that's a Kutch ear warmer by Kath Webber. And this is it. It's just basically like a bonnet without a back. A bonnet without a back. The Taransay blanket and hot water bottle cover by Catherine Venner. So that's quite nice. It looks cabley. It is quite nice. I like that. Yeah, I do. Well done. Something I have not seen in a magazine before. Pretty cool. Advert for this. If you want to subscribe, you can get 5 issues for $24.99. Afterwards, that will go up, but it doesn't say what to. And moving on, we have this. Now, as I said, this is the Bonbon Boucle pouch. So basically I bought a blank that is this shape so I could just cover it. But this is making it from scratch, and as you can see, it is not lined. That Bonbon Boucle pouch is by Zoe Curtis. Spa day bathroom set. Spa day when you're not having a spa day. So we have one of those, and when they're made out of that netty material, I always get rid of them. I cannot bear them. They hold too much water and you're just soggy. And these I always, when I look at them, think they're makeup remover wipes, but I don't know. So what we've got then, we have a bath puff, which is this thing over here. A washcloth, which is this one here. Well, flannel, we call those, guys. It's an American term, is a washcloth. We call them flannels. Makeup pads. They are makeup pads. Make 5. Why do you need to make as many as you like? Headband. There we go. Keep hair away. That is your spa day set. Not had one of those in there before, so that's pretty different. This is Arwen, the Arctic Fox plushie. Never in a million years would I have thought of that as a fox. Victoria Caris has designed this. I'm not very good at identifying amigurumi, but I think it doesn't look very fox-like. Just looks like a stuffed animal, but I have no idea what it really looks like to me, and there's more adverts. Planning for spring, wow. Next month we're planning for spring. I've seen this before in a magazine. Probably seen this as well. But anyway, they're coming. We've got spring stuff, so that's all you need to know. How to crochet bits, and we've got all the how to doies, which will go on for quite a few pages, and then we've got all the abbreviations, hook sizes, and chart keys are always there. Last word, simple pleasures. Crochet has been a real lifeline for me. Constant I can rely on. Something that gently takes my mind off things. Mindful making. Here we go with that mindful stuff again. Let's have a look at the freebie, which the magazine's very thick. The freebie is not. But we have Inside Crochet magazine, beautiful blankets, stitched busting designs for cosy crocheting. So we've got a Hexie blanket, Florence it's called, by Emma Varnum. And that will go over a couple of pages. There's the chart as well if you need it. And this one are, well, I guess there can be tulips. Daffodils, tulips, they're flowers. Spring ones. Inspired by the artwork of Andy Warhol. Funnily enough, I did a Andy Warhol inspired bag at Halloween. But here we go. How funny. It's almost like I'm trend setting these things. Well, Bollen Streak blanket is called, by Helen Anderson. Inspired by the artwork of Andy Warhol, this tapestry crochet patchwork blanket will bring a pop of colour to your home. Here's the thingy. That's how you do it. Well, I'm kind of a bit spun out by that. A few things I do sort of wind up in magazines, but not mine. And I find it kind of strange. Stash busting blanket. So basically, it's just a kind of V-stitch by Theodora Burrow. Reinventing the wheel. There we go. As if we haven't done it a million times. That's the gift. Let's get the magazine back. Whoopsie. So don't worry, I haven't broken my table. I'm sitting on an extended piece because Gary is taking it up with a round jigsaw puzzle. So that is why we are up this end. Yeah, and I've had to put the light on. I don't like doing that because I find it reflects sometimes, but it's not too bad, so that's all cool. So tell me then, guys, what do you think of this magazine? In this, there are lots of things I've not seen before. I wish they'd stick to the proper terms of things, like call a shawl a shawl, a wrap a wrap, a scarf, you know. I do wish that. But the thing that's really spinning me out is when I do something and then it appears sort of in a magazine under a different guise somehow. It's just, that spins me out just a little bit. And it makes you wonder, doesn't it? It makes me wonder because there was a big celebrity who I felt had copied one of my designs. And it did annoy me. And a few of you know what I mean. But anyway, moving on. Let me know what you think of this magazine. And there were too many adverts for me. That's one thing. It's a big magazine. We don't need a big lot of adverts. They earn enough through this here, the price tag. This is actually $8.99, so it's cheaper than the others. They're all $9.99 plus, but this is $8.99, so already cheaper. Got a free gift, so you're not skimping. But they make that money. They don't need all these ads. They don't need all this sponsor. Sponsored by Hobie, sponsored by Stylecraft, sponsored by Woolwear. They don't need that. We don't need to see adverts shoved in our face every which way but loose. We just don't. We're paying enough for the magazine itself. They've got a magazine out now that's $4.99. I expect adverts in it because they're not making a lot of money with the price of the magazine. But these guys do. And, you know, $4.99 that magazine costs and they're making a profit. This one, $8.99, and this is our gift. So why do we need all those adverts? That's what I'm saying. There's too many and they need to know. So if they are watching, quit with all the adverts. You know, a few of them, yeah. But when there's too many, there's just too many. Okay, so thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think, what you liked, what you don't like. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye for now.